Again. Woo! Relax. This thing be tight. It's probably gonna fall down again. Let's see. Hey, let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Monica, let me know if you can hear me, please. Thank you for coming back. Hey, Jody. Hey, Mo, what's up? Okay. Let me get my notes. Hold on. Huh? What does? This fan? It's so hot. Whew. No, I'm not on the run today. Let me know if you can hear me. And hey, Miss Jenna, what's going on? Okay, good. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I hope y'all doing okay. Y'all don't mind me. Y'all know I'm still. Hold on. Let me be trying to make this look as professional as possible. But y'all know how we do over here. Okay, we do what we do. Now, I don't want y'all seeing this cord in the back. Hold on. Okay. Hey, everybody. It's Monday. I hope y'all are doing okay. I'm gonna try to cut this fan on low because I'm hot. Ooh. Hold on. Yeah, it's loud. Ooh. I gotta let it blow on my foot or something. Miss Jenna, you sent me email. I will look for it. Hey, Miss Cynthia. Okay, so really quick, let me let y'all know. Anybody who wants Miss Cynthia's list for the secret shopper, she sent me a very big, thick email with a whole bunch of resources in it. So if y'all want it, let me know. I will send it to you. Really quick, what do I want to talk about today? Well, man, y'all know I don't be like to toot my horn or nothing, but I'm gonna toot it, toot, because I got a call today from somebody. I guess they saw me on. I don't know where they saw me at. Maybe they found me on in the Google pages. Guy called me and said, I opened my credit report. He says I normally don't use or check my credit because I don't normally need it for anything. And guess what he found on his credit report, y'all? Somebody took out some school loans in his name and he didn't even know about it. Okay. So he was just finding out from me that he has been a victim of identity theft. Okay. So that may not be a big deal to most of y'all because some of y'all are in school and know y'all been in school. But for some of those who haven't, y'all need to start looking at y'all credit reports. Okay. That is very, very important. That's one thing. Okay. But the next thing, which makes me want to talk about this even more, is, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing it, but if you guys have Mohela loans, Mohela, if y'all have Mohela loans are miscalculating the payments. So the Department of Education is investigating. So if you have Mohela loans, hold on, y'all, because y'all know I like to fan myself. I get hot. So if y'all have those, y'all might need to go and find out if your payments are correct. Some people are finding out when it's time to get their loans discharged that the payments that they made did not even count towards the program that they thought they were on. So a lot of you are asking me, I was already on an IDR plan. I was already on the repay plan. Do I need to verify? Do I need to do anything? Y'all know my answer is yes. You cannot trust that these people are going to handle your student loans the way that you need them to be. So if you are unsure, if you are on the new repayee or the new save, let me call it that. If you're not sure if you're on that plan, you need to go and verify. Okay, y'all need to go and check that out to make sure you are on that plan and that and y'all need to see what y'all payments are, because Mohela, okay, for those who have Mohela loans, and I'm gonna see y'all comments in a second, but those who have Mohela loans, they are not only miscalculating the payment, some people are overpaying. Okay, I'm looking at somebody is saying that they're making $100 more a month. This has been on Twitter all day, so I've been looking at these comments, and it is crazy the complaints that they have out there right now with these companies. So if you have them, please go and check, because y'all know them payments start next week. Okay, next week. Are y'all ready? Okay. So again, if this is your first time watching, thank y'all for being here. If you're my return follower, thank you. hit follow, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all very, very much. I am not adding nobody to this live this week, so please do not invite to join. Not yet. For those that are going to be a part of my live, where y'all want to tell y'all stories on live and let me help you guys, or basically do the consultations live, I will be doing that with some of y'all. So if you have not gotten my link, I will send it. Send me a message offline, and I'll send you my form that you can fill out, and then you can be a part of what we're going to do here, which is bring you guys into the fold for these live shows so that you can get help. Y'all don't have to say y'all real name. Y'all don't even have to have y'all real problem, but y'all can definitely come on and try your girl and see if she can't figure it out for you. But I'm sure I will. Use somebody else's problem. I don't care. We're going to get it done together. Okay. So let me see what y'all saying real quick. Hey, Charlene. Charlene is from Galveston. Oh, girl. I hope you are doing great. I know you are away from the hurricane. Anyone that's on the East Coast, I hope y'all are preparing for this so-called tropical storm we have. Praying for y'all. But let me tell you real quick now, if y'all get hit, just know that you will get a chance to file your taxes late. And if your area gets declared a disaster, you can get you some FEMA funds. So just because a tropical storm is coming does not always mean that it's bad. Hurricane season means to me dollar signs. Okay. All right. Ms. Jenna says, I sent you a message on your website, but need your email because it cut me off. Okay, so if you need to send me an email, you can send it to info at shamikasaves.com, info@shamikasaves.com. Let me put that down here for my YouTube family. And those on TikTok, y'all can always slide right on over to YouTube, because soon I'm not going to be here because TikTok doesn't pay well. Mo says this is her first time here. Thank you, Mo, for being your first time here, girl. I appreciate it. Coming back every week. I appreciate it so much. All right, let me see what y'all saying over here really quick. It says someone got over 6K in unemployment from Illinois. I live in California, but I got resolved. I'm telling you, people are using people information. And you know what I told that gentleman today that called me about them student loans? I said, oh, these student loans are only the beginning. If somebody had enough of your information to go and get student loans in your name, I would not be surprised if they're doing a whole lot of other stuff. There are a lot of people who are unplugged, y'all, that don't believe in filing taxes, that don't have anything to do with the government. And there is nothing wrong with that. But you are absolutely making yourself a target for those that need your information to make a little money. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not trying to put it out there, but I know scammers and fraudsters be calling. I know they call me and ask me questions because I know I see their comments, okay? So I'm telling y'all from somebody that doesn't scam or beat anybody, but I definitely talk to folks, so I know they do it. Don't be a victim because you think the system is supposed to protect you, because it is not. That is not their job. I'm going to move on in a second. Let me see what y'all say. It says people are just scammers. That's why their life is messed up now. People are scammers. And let me tell you something, and scammers come out the most during this time of the year. Okay, it's holiday season. Y'all not paying attention. It's almost tax season. Tax season, they get you the most. Okay, so I'm not surprised at nothing I hear or nothing I see anymore. This is why I read the news and I bring it to y'all, because I want you guys to be prepared so that if it happens to you, you know exactly what it is you need to do. Beagle says, I got mine discharged back in March 2023, 4,400K. What is that? 440,000 in loans? Are you a doctor? Because that's a lot. Anthony says, what do I need to have for my repayment plan? All right, so this is for y'all for your student loans. If you are not sure what to do about your repayment plan, the first thing you need to do is find out who has your loans. Who is your student loan servicer? You need to call them. You need to see what your payment is, okay? See if it's a whole lot more than what you've been paying before. If you did the borrower's defense application, and yes, I'm sorry if I'm aggravating somebody with my fan or paper plates, but baby, it's hot out here, okay? So if you turned in your borrower's defense application, you should have checked the box that says, I would like my loans to be in forbearance while you make a decision. So if you turned in that application, you should call to verify that your loans are going to be in forbearance. Here goes something that someone added that I wanted to say. If your loans are currently in forbearance right now and you have not consolidated, you will have to consolidate your loans, which means you will have to take your loans out of forbearance and consolidate them into a new program. Forbearance ends 1 October unless you are on the borrower's defense forbearance. As far as I know, there isn't any other option out there. So you either gonna go into repayment with a dollar amount, you're going into repayment with $0, or you're on one of these programs that discharge your loans all together. All right. So y'all need to check to see which ones y'all qualify for, because some of y'all are missing out. Okay. All right, let me go back up here. Charlene says your credit is steadily going up. I am very happy about that. And I'm glad that you brought up credit, because that's what we're moving on to next. Okay. So y'all know I don't like talking about stuff that's if, okay? Because if was a fifth, everybody would be drunk. But we are just going to go with it because we know election season is coming up. And I can't have y'all around here being tricked and fooled by our government into getting your votes, because they're going to make y'all think, or let them make y'all think, they're going to play on your emotions. So let me tell y'all what's going on. So Biden, I thought that was really B. Whew. Oh, let me see. I just got to see. Oh my God, it is for real. Oh, that's not real. Is that really B for real? That's not real. But if you have Biden is, hold on, y'all. I'm looking at something and I'm getting shocked if that's who I think it is for real that is on the page. And that was him. That was Relly B, y'all. He looked at my page. Hey, Relly, I follow you on Zeus Network. Okay, let me get back, because y'all, I fanned out for a minute. So Biden is looking to propose a measure that is going to remove all medical debt collections from your credit. Now, the crazy part about this is I could have sworn I talked to y'all about this already last year, okay? Y'all notice they keep bringing these things up. Now, if you have a lot of medical bills on your credit, before you get super excited about this program, I need to find out, did any of you call your hospital and find out if you qualify for charity care or the sliding scale? I don't know how many people I talk to, and I'm like, why are your credit report filled with medical collections and you barely work? If you are considered, I'm going to tell you, if you're middle class all the way down to low income, you should not be inundated with tons of medical bills, because they have programs out there for you. They're just not talking about it, okay? That came out with the CARES Act. I didn't make that up. It is in the CARES Act, okay? It's called Charity Care. Look it up on Google if you do not believe me. But what Biden, they say they're trying to do is remove them from credit reports, period, where they are not reporting on your credit at all. And although I think that is great, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't like people to play with my emotions, and I don't like people to play with y'all emotions either. If this goes into effect, everybody's going to have a boost in their credit score, which is great. But what's going to happen when everybody has a boost in their credit score? I know y'all already know. Everybody's going to get into more debt because they're going to get more credit. And that is not what we want. Okay. So, I'm not telling anybody who to vote for. I'm just letting you know what the Democrats are going to do, okay, to try to get you to vote. They're going to sway your vote, telling you that they're going to try to get these medical collections off of the credit, period. Same way they tried to reduce your student loans by $10,000, but that didn't happen, okay? So I'm letting you know so you don't come back to me later with no asking me about it, saying, did you hear about it? Yes, I heard about it. I want you guys to know, don't get caught up in the trick, okay? Because that's what it is. I also told y'all last year that they're going to push mortgages like never before. So they want everybody to buy a house. You get a house and you get a house. Your cousin and your grandma too. Nothing wrong with that. The problem is, can you afford that house? Are you ready to buy a house? Don't let them throw you into one when you're not ready. So I'm gonna look at y'all comments, but I do have somebody sent me something else, and I want to talk to y'all about it, because some people have been coming to me asking me about these mortgages. So let me see what y'all saying. Okay, Mo, let me find out. I'm finna get me a show on Zeus Network too, okay? Because I love me some Relly B, okay? I don't want to be frozen. Hold on, let me see. Am I frozen to y'all? I hope not. All right, Miss Jenna says, sent you a message. Okay, I got that. Letitia says, what's going on with the LLC and the $500 penalties? Good question, Letitia. Good question. I'm going to tell you right now what's going on with it. You guys have to realize, when you, excuse me for being sweaty out here in this garage, this is how much I love y'all. I'm going to sit out here and sweat to give y'all the news. whenever you create an LLC or any type of business structure, you do have to pay to keep your business up and running every single year. That's how the state gets their money. So if you are in Florida and you have an LLC and a year goes by and you have not paid to renew it, which is only $135, you will now be charged $435. If you wait until the business has completely closed, where they have dissolved your business, but then you want to go back and open up your business later. A lot of people do this. They do it because this is how you buy aged corporations, shelf corporations, by buying businesses that are old, okay? So if you're an investor, you got a couple dollars, you want to go through the Secretary of State and you want to find businesses that have been dissolved, that are 10 and 20 years old, you can contact the person that owned it and you can pay all the fees back to the state. And now you have that business and you also have the years behind it. I know I just gave y'all some game, but that is something that a lot of people do. All right. That's why they go and buy these aged corporations, by doing things just like that. Now, back to you, Miss Letitia. If you do not pay and it dissolves, you will now have to go back and pay however much that amount is to open your business back. So if you open a business and you create business credit on it, it behooves you, if y'all were in the military, I know y'all heard that before, it behooves you to keep it open and pay your annual fee, because you are going to hate to lose that time for business credit purposes. And the older a business is, the more money, especially if the credit is good, personal credit and the business credit history, the more money you can be lent, more money you can borrow, more credit you can access, because the business has been around for a while. Okay. So make sure that you don't let these businesses just close. I don't know how many times I have people that go, man, it's $435. I don't have that. But you had $135. Okay. So don't wait until you are, I think it's 15 months. That's when it gets to $435. 12 months is regular $135. Okay. Don't let them keep, anteing it up. You can't afford it. Hey, Miss Felicia. Okay, Charlene, if you have Mohella, please, when you rise, when you get you some sense about you and you wake up, give them a call and ask them, what is the price of your loans? What is your monthly payment? Okay. Now I told y'all how to get around these monthly payments. Now I'm not encouraging, because y'all know, Mo, listen to me closely. I don't want nobody to think I'm being unethical. Sweet Teen, I get to you in a second. I don't want anybody to think I'm being unethical, but there is always a workaround for everything. So in the event you do not want to be stuck paying for these loans, you are going to have to use your taxes. Unfortunately, you're going to have to use last year's taxes, because we are not yet ready for this year. But guess what? You may only have to pay that that student loan for October, November, December. January, you can file taxes. Well, maybe February. Okay. But the more dependents you have based off of your income, the smaller your payment. So if you make not so much, okay, I'm going to say $50,000 or less, you have more than 3 dependents, you are more than likely not going to have a payment due at all. Okay. Now they talk about the family of 4, and most people ain't a family of 4. I'm talking about the mama with the 3 kids. I'm talking to you single parent people. Okay. You more than likely won't have to pay anything. So what you need to do is these next 3 months, y'all need to go around here and find out who y'all finna be adding to y'all taxes. Now I told you tax form's gonna be different this upcoming year. All right. So don't be out there just taking anybody's kids. At least if you're gonna add some dependents, let them be your relatives. Okay. If you're gonna lie, at least lie good. All right. Now let me move on. Let me see what y'all saying. What Miss Sharon say? Hey, Miss Sharon, how you doing? Marcy says, hey, Shamika, I sent an email for you to do a second look at my tax return. You know what? Yes, Marcy, you sure did. Can you shoot me a text? You can shoot it to me now. I'll get it when I get off this live, because I need to ask you to refresh my memory. But yes, I have your taxes open right now. Y'all see? Okay. And I didn't pay her to do that. Okay. Thank you, Marcy. Tell them I didn't pay you. She sent them taxes to me for real. Yes, ma'am. I do have them up. I just ain't got around to you yet, but I will. All right. Miss Sweeting says, what did Congress stop? Congress did not stop anything. They did not stop the charity care. The only thing they stopped was the Supreme Court stopped those $10,000 from your student loans. This is why I don't like to talk about stuff to get y'all all excited about what could happen, because it may not. Okay, but if they can get these medical collections off of your credit, that would be great, because they should have never been reported on there in the first place. All right. Now, somebody sent me a video, and I'm gonna do a video on this for my YouTube. So if you have not gone to my YouTube, please go to youtube.com/Shamika Saves. Okay. Now, again, I know I ain't talking about no gossip. This ain't none of that celebrity tea, but I promise you, and I said this in one of my videos, I'm the girl, I'm the video that you watch when you at home behind them closed doors and all your friends left, and you got to sit up wondering how them bills gonna get paid. What you're gonna do because your finances are tight, what you're gonna do because you owe the IRS. That's when you call me. I'm the person you call late in the midnight hour. Okay, so I'm sorry that I'm not giving y'all a whole lot of enjoyment, but I definitely am trying to give y'all information that's gonna change your life. So I do hope that y'all are liking, subscribing, and telling y'all friends. I so appreciate y'all so very much, because this is all I eat, sleep, and breathe is this. Okay. Non-qualified mortgages. Okay. All right. Let me see what somebody can say. Yes, Fee says, can you tell me the truth about going exempt? Going exempt. Okay. Before I get to the non-qualified mortgages, let me tell y'all right now, it's going to play into exactly what I'm talking about. Going exempt. If anybody wants to know what that is, basically, that is somebody getting ready to fill out their W-4. And they want to have no taxes taken out. That means exempt, meaning I don't want to pay any taxes to the government. I don't think a thing is wrong with that, as long as you're putting money aside to pay the government, or you're going to use a lot of write-offs to cover the deficit that you made from not paying taxes, or you have children that you're going to claim so that you get a refundable credit so that it covers the deficit that you made from not paying taxes. That is it. So if you are not in one of those three, if you don't have any of those two options planned, then you're gonna be sitting there owing. Okay, you are definitely, and that's the reason why y'all owe at tax time, because you're not planning before it happens of how you're going to lower that amount. Because a lot of people are not disciplined enough to take the money out and put it to the side. I know it's hard. I know people are not paying the IRS quarterly like you're supposed to. If you're a 1099, I know you're not doing that. So if you don't have dependents, or you don't plan on using write-offs, then you're going to have a hard way. And I'm going to tell you, now we're going to go to these non-qualified mortgages really quick. And then I'm going to get back to y'all questions. A non-qualified mortgage, if you do not know what that is, some of y'all are filing bankruptcy and are coming to me saying, I can buy a house one day outside of bankruptcy because I found a mortgage lender that will give me the money. And I say, okay, but let me read the fine print. Okay. So there are two types of mortgages, qualified and non-qualified. Now, underqualified, there's a bunch of different ones. The VA, the conventional loan, the FHA, a bunch of stuff. Under the non-qualified, it's just one. Okay. And all that is for individuals who do not meet the standard regular requirements to qualify for a house. They use alternative methods to qualify you. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. My issue is if you cannot qualify based off of the government standard, the standard that's been set in stone forever, and the system is set the standard for a reason, why do I want to go on this side and get qualified for a mortgage using alternative information? That's like going and getting a car based off of you paying your cell phone bill every month. It just doesn't make any sense. Why? Because that's not the way the system is designed. Now, can you get a mortgage on a non-qualified mortgage? They use your profit and loss statements. They basically do everything besides having to use your taxes to qualify you. They use bank statements. They do other things to get you qualified for a loan. Great. But what happens is you guys pay a higher interest. Majority of your payments only goes towards the interest, so it never hits your principal, which means you could be overpaying, especially in this market. What happens if the house loses value? You're going to be upside down. You're going to hate it. Okay. Also, non-qualified mortgages are traditionally targeted towards, guess what? Black and brown people. If it's targeted towards Black and brown people, not trying to be funny, but that's a sign that we don't want it in the first place. Why? Because they won't take it over on the other side of the tracks and offer it to them. Okay. Second thing is I don't want to pay an interest only mortgage. I want to own my house one day. Okay. You guys should too. Stop letting them throw you in homes because you want to be in one, but you're not reading the fine print. And then you hate the house because you didn't do your due diligence in the beginning. Okay. I want to qualify based off of my taxes. I don't want you just looking at my bank statement. First of all, I don't want you looking at my bank statements in the first place. Look at my taxes, please. Okay. That's another thing for me. The next thing, they also target individuals who are fresh out of bankruptcy and who have recently had a foreclosure. Now, who would want what bank? What bank would run out there and say, I know you just got out of bankruptcy. Let me give you $300,000 to buy a house. They're going to do it, but they're going to charge you so much doggone interest, it's not going to be worth it. So if anybody was thinking about a non-qualified mortgage, please go and read the fine print. And last but not least, and I'm going to look at y'all comments, non-qualified mortgages are not backed by They're backed by the government. They're not backed by Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, which means if you get screwed, you can't even call your uncle. Y'all know Uncle Sam. He my uncle too. Y'all can't even call him. You know why? Because he said, ain't nobody told you to get this mortgage that we don't support in the first place. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that if you are trying to get a mortgage. Don't let them sucker you into these non-qualified mortgages, guys. Okay? All right, let me see. Elizabeth says, before mailing 2021 taxes to the IRS, I was told it needs to be stamped by the IRS office. Is it true? If you were told that by the IRS, I'm going to say that it's true. That is something that is uncommon. The only time of individual that I know has had to get the actual tax return stamped by the IRS is if they went to the local IRS office and did an amendment. If you didn't do an amendment, I can't see why they would just want your standard traditional taxes, your original ones, to be signed by the IRS. But Elizabeth, you know, you can always shoot me a message or text me and explain. But that's new to me. The only time I've ever seen anybody get anything stamped is if they went to the actual office and got help. They will probably endorse or put some type of signature so that everybody knows it's official. Okay. All right. Christopher Troutman. Hey, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. All right. Hey, Starlight. Okay. Miss Jenna says, after a loan is discharged, what do I need to send you? Or what do I need, to send the credit bureau to get the loans off my credit reports? If your loans are discharged, you don't need to send anything to the credit bureaus. Let me tell y'all something. They don't work for y'all. You can send them a letter saying all your bills are paid off, and all they're going to say is mail received. Okay. They don't work for you. And when I say that, that means they aren't being paid by you. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are paid by the banks, the creditors, the ones who lend the money, not us, the debtors. Okay. They don't work for us. So when you pay off your loans, you're just going to have to do this. Wait 60 to 90 days, Ms. Jenna, is what they say, for them to be removed. Now, I'm going to tell you that's not true. My loans, $160,000 were forgiven, right? But it took 2 years for them to come off my credit. Now, I wasn't mad that it stayed on there that long because the student loans have been on my credit for a long time, so it kept my score healthy. But baby, when some of them, because not all, when some of them came off, my score did take a hit. I still have some. They didn't remove all of them. I don't know why. And I don't even care. Okay. Again, I don't know that you guys need to care if the loans are on your credit because they are a part of your history. What you need to have updated is if there's a balance. So after your loans are discharged, you need to, within 60 days, Miss Jenna, make sure that they have updated the amount to zero. Keep the loans on there. Keep the trade lines because you need it. It's healthy. Okay. It's a good thing. All right. It's like having vitamins in your hair. Keep it. Okay. So good question. Okay. And she also said, Ms. Jenna also said, what do I need to say in the letter and will it take it off? You don't need to say nothing because there's nothing that you can do, Ms. Jenna. You just have to wait on the process. You can, within 60 days, do a regular dispute. You can do just a traditional regular dispute. Remember, guys, do not dispute online. Worst thing you can do, okay? But you can do a dispute once your loans have been discharged so that they can at least update to show that they have been paid. but you do not want them deleted. Okay, don't delete them. There's no reason to delete them. Okay, but good question, Miss Jenna. All right, let me see if anybody has anything over here on TikTok. And again, if y'all are trying to chime in to get on the live, but just ask me the question. I appreciate it. Let me pause for just a second, real quick, because y'all know I got to do my thing. If y'all want a consultation, y'all got issues, y'all got stuff y'all want to talk about, bankruptcies. I mean, I had a call today. Somebody can't get a bank account. He want to know why he can't get a bank account. He needed help reading the check systems report. I looked at the check systems report. I was able to find out the amount of money that was keeping him from being able to get a bank account. So it is things that you guys may not know that I do. Utilize me. That's what we're all here for, to help each other. So you can go right to shamikasaves.com and go ahead on and book your girl. Let's talk and let's get this stuff figured out, okay? Because it doesn't make no sense to be blind, because the banks ain't having no mercy on you. Okay, the credit bureaus ain't having no mercy on you. They don't care that you forgot to pay your bill. And speaking of bill, let me tell y'all a little trick. Okay, all right. Christmas says, "What's a good health insurance?" If you do not have health insurance, guys, the best health insurance is free, but there is none of that. Okay, unless you get Medicaid or Medicare, and in some cases you pay for that. But if you need insurance, y'all go to healthcare.gov. Now, y'all know I'm not a big proponent of the government, although I work for them my whole career. But some of the stuff they do works, okay? Go to healthcare.gov or call the 800 number and talk to them girls. Most of them are women. Talk to them and get you a plan. Pick you a plan. You'll tell them basically what you think your income going to be. And based off of what you think your income going to be, they're going to pick a plan that fits, okay? Do you think you're going to be real messed up this year? Or you think you just going to need a wellness check? They're going to ask. Okay, don't lie. If you wild and you all outside, you need to pick the right kind of coverage. Okay? So y'all go ahead on and get that nice little 1095-C from the government saying that they cover some of your health insurance. Okay? So the health insurance that was 0%, no health insurance that was 0%, Chris. I was talking about getting the medical bills off. I wish there was a 0% health insurance, but go to healthcare.gov and get the plan. Now, I'll probably tell y'all some stuff offline that I don't want to say on here, because I don't want everybody hearing what some of y'all have come back and told me what y'all did to get some of these plans y'all have, okay? But shamikasaves.com is definitely a chat feature in there. Hit your girl up. And they do got some pretty good plans, okay? They do. And I'm gonna say this. Let me say it. Okay. If you told those people your income was gonna be $50,000 and you are a 1099 or a person that is, self-employed, just make sure when you do your taxes, that's what you put as your income. Okay. Now you can have your write-offs and all that, but put it as your income. Okay. So it can match what you done told the people. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Y'all got other questions? We can talk offline. All right. Let me see. It says, okay. Thank you, love. I have both options. Awesome. Queen of Food says, I owe $3,000. If you owe $3,000, let me tell y'all something. The IRS, man, sometimes these lives don't even be enough. But the IRS is coming out nice and slow with their new rules. Okay, let me tell y'all, I got some of them down. But let me say right now, if y'all are out here buying, thank you, Taylor Swift. Thank you to the Swifties. Anyone that's out there that's a Swiftie, because y'all done went and bought these girls' ticket and done resold. So many of them made so much money off of reselling these tickets. IRS said, y'all not gonna make no money and we don't get none. Like the pimp they are, they came in and said, from now on, here on out, you resell some tickets, Ticketmaster, StubHub, any of those third-party reseller sites has to now issue you a 1099. So I'm telling you now, because y'all know, and I say this every year, y'all rush out to file these taxes and you forget that you did something like that. So some of y'all who buying tickets, they got to turn around and sell them. Don't go file taxes in a rush. Tag somebody, because I know somebody done sold some tickets. Okay, don't go file them taxes in a rush, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna set yourself up and you're gonna be open for an audit. Now the IRS swore that they were not gonna audit us regular folks more than they did the rich people, or more than they were before. I don't believe it, and you shouldn't either. So the one way to protect yourself is you make sure before you file your taxes, you do these two things, and I'm gonna bring them up again. You need to call the Treasury hotline to see if you have a debt that you forgot that you did not know, so that you can even see if you're going to get a tax return, because I would hate to think I'm going to get some money in the bank only to find out it's gone. Second thing you need to do is you need to go to the IRS website and print out your transcript, your wage and earning transcript, so that you can see every form that was turned into the IRS about you. Okay. And if you don't believe me, your bank is definitely going to be, and they have been sending information reports about you. These third-party resellers are now going to be sending information reports about you. Cash App is going to be sending information reports about you. Venmo is okay. Let me keep going. Zelle, if y'all are even using companies like Fiverr, okay, y'all, I'm telling you, they did not deploy this doggone Fed. What's the thing, Chris? Somebody, what's the new thing that the government just deployed on all the bank systems? I told y'all, Fed. Y'all will tell me, but they didn't just deploy that for nothing. Okay, they deploying it so they can trace this money. All right, so please don't think you're gonna be sliding around here making money and they're not gonna know. The only way you're gonna be able to do it is good old cash hand to hand, and y'all going to have to be the neighborhood candy lady. Okay, that's about it. Good old cash is the way to go, because other than that, they're gonna see everything. All right. So let me see what y'all saying. So somebody said they owe the IRS. And if you owe the IRS, they know. Now, let me tell you something that you can do if y'all did not know. You can apply for hardship. I do talk to some of my nice, older, mature women on here. My mature women, my mature ladies. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. And some of y'all cannot pay the IRS because you got a bad deal. You cashed out your 401k and nobody told you you now was going to have to pay all this extra money. If that is you, then you need to be looking to do the IRS hardship, also called uncollectible status, okay? You can go and basically tell them, I don't have no money. I cannot afford to pay it. The one thing I like about this program, other than not having to pay the bill, is the fact that they're not going off of your taxes from the previous year. They are going off of your current situation. So if you were rich last year, but you broke right now, and you can't pay your bills, you need to reach out to the IRS and let them and see if they can give you a reprieve on your debt. Thank you, A.W. Williams. FedNow. They did not deploy FedNow on all these systems for nothing. Okay. And by 2025, every bank, not some, not a little bit, all the banks have to have it. Why y'all think that is? Okay. Why y'all think that is? 1 year after the new president goes in, right when all the new changes take effect, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be some stuff coming down the pipeline. We got a little bit of time, but that's what I'm here for, so I can roll it out to y'all so y'all don't got to keep up with the news, okay? All right, let me see what you're saying. Charlene, you're a student. Okay, good. If you are a student, great. I think everybody should be a student, especially right now. If you do not have the money to pay your student loans, you need to rush out there and apply for financial aid and student loans so that you can be in school, so that you can get your in-school deferment, because your money is funny right now. And there is nothing wrong with having a tactic or a strategy in the event you know you're going to come up against a calamity. Okay? I need to be a rapper, y'all. All right. Marcy says, okay, thank you, Marcy. Marcy says, I did not pay her to do that. Shamika is the real deal. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Starlight, PC says, sending love to everybody. Thank you. Hey to you too. Thank you, Amy, for FedNow. I appreciate it. I knew y'all knew. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. She says, everybody like and share. Okay. Queen, she says they offer up reports. Who offers up reports? And while you answer that, I want to tell y'all something that y'all probably didn't think about. Now, y'all know I try to think about everything from a credit perspective, right? So I know people money is funny right now. Sometimes you cannot pay your bills on time. And I'm just letting you know, as long as you have income coming in, right? I just want you to put your bills in perspective. If you have, okay, so y'all know mortgage is due on the 1st, right? And it's late, not late. It is considered late to the bank, not to if you're doing rent. It's considered late and reportable to your credit only when it is 30 days late. So some of y'all are stressing because you can't pay your bills by the due date, which I want everybody to pay their bills by the due date, if not before. But if you are in a situation where you can't, I am just here to put something in perspective so that you can chill just for a minute, okay? As long as you pay it before the bill hits the 30th day, because that's the day when they technically have the right to report it to your credit, you actually have bought yourself some more time, Okay. And if y'all didn't get that, I'll say it again. Okay. As long as you pay the bill by the 29th day, not the day it's due, by the 29th day before it hits 30 days late, you still have made your payment. You made it late. There's no fee for it because most time they don't charge you a late fee until you're 30 days late. The only place that charges you a late fee when you're late is your mortgage company. I know Wells Fargo, they hit me with a $15 late fee if I don't pay within 2 weeks, which is stupid, okay? Because I should be able to pay my mortgage whenever I want to, and y'all not charge me anything unless I hit a 30-day late. But that's neither here nor there. I don't get to pick my mortgage company, and neither do y'all. So you got a credit card bill due? Fine. You can't pay it by the due date? That's okay, dude. That's okay too. Just as long as you pay it by the 29th day. And get this, as long as you make the payment and you have the confirmation that you made the electronic funds transfer, even if the money doesn't hit until the 30th day. Sorry, Mo, I'm being unethical. Even if the money doesn't hit your account until the 30th day, you still don't get a late payment because you got it in on the 29th and the money came in on the 30th, okay? So the money came in the 30th day, so you were still able to cover the bill even though you were late and you did not affect your credit, okay? Now, if y'all didn't get that, I have no problem saying it again. But I just want y'all to know, stop stressing if you do not get it paid on that day. Just get it paid before they hit you with a 30-day late, because no matter what, we have to protect our credit score. I don't care about the bank. I don't care if they don't want to give me an increase. Fine. I can't even keep the balance I got right now. Okay. So the point is, protect your credit because you're going to need it. And that's one way y'all can do it. Okay. All right. Queen says the app OfferUp reports when you sell things. Oh, see, that's right. I used to sell stuff on OfferUp. If you selling stuff anywhere, eBay, hell, Amazon store, anywhere. My friend just sold something and earned $2. Woo woo, $2 on Amazon. Her first made $2, made a $2 profit. I promise you, Amazon gonna send that form. They gonna send it to the IRS first, and then they'll send it to you sometime in March. Okay, but that's why y'all don't need to rush out to file taxes, because I feel they already be trying to set you up in the first place, because nobody told you except your girl that you can go and see everything they turn in on you by January 31st, because they have to turn it into the government by January 31st of every year. So if you want to file your taxes, what's the two things y'all got to do? Check with Treasury to see if you owe a debt, and to check with the IRS to see everything that has been turned in about you or your business. Okay. And when I say business, that is if you file them on your personal taxes, if you got if you file on your personal tax, you'll see. If things are under your EIN, you won't see. I bet y'all didn't even know that. Y'all are getting this income and y'all putting it on your with your the IRS is getting stuff. You can't even pull up what your business is receiving. Did y'all even know that? That if you, let me say that again, if you sign up with any of these companies I just named under your EIN, you don't know what they sent the IRS, because when you go to the IRS website, you can't pull it up. It doesn't let you search your business by EIN. It doesn't let you search the income the business received. The only thing you can do is search by your social and whatever is tied to your social. So y'all see how they already playing the game? So that's another reason why a lot of y'all are getting audited, because you're getting sent these forms. You forgot about them because you rushed to go out and file your taxes, but then you didn't even have a way to go and check to see if you missed it. To me, they be playing us right in our faces, but there ain't nothing we can do. So all we can do is be armed with the information. Okay. So if y'all signing up with stuff in your EIN, you may want to go and do a 4506T, which is a IRS transcript request form. Y'all know the same thing y'all had to fill out for SBA when y'all were trying to get those SBA loans. That's the only way you're going to be able to see what income your business received throughout the year. Is you going to have to take out a transcript, fill out that transcript form on yourself. Now, ain't that crazy? That's crazy. Okay. I'm telling you, Mo, this is what they don't want us to know, girl. They don't want us to know. Man, you know how they say the more you know, the more you grow? They lying. You know how they say, and knowing is half the battle? That's a lie too. It's all the battle. You need to know this information, but nobody's telling you about me. All right, let me keep going. Miss Jenna says, Which secondary bureau to freeze for evictions and judgments to hide to apply for an apartment? I don't have the money to pay the judgment. I desperately need a place and I feel like I'm stuck. Unfortunately, I get this question a lot. You can freeze whatever you want. Okay? You can go to LexisNexis and you can request a consumer disclosure freeze. But you can contact the privacy department and they will tell you that it's not ever really that frozen. It really depends on how much work the other person wants to do to get the information. Okay. So if you are trying to hide an eviction, you cannot if it is already at the courthouse, because evictions are public record. Anything that is public record, you will not be able to hide. Let me give you an example of what I heard that I thought was the weirdest thing. I was listening to the No Jumper and Tasha K interview, and the guy said, Adam22 said, you can type up, search for inmate in the corrections website, send a Freedom of Act request to the corrections department, and you can get videos. You can get all types of information on the individual that was locked up, including watching them if they got it on camera of them doing stuff with other men. Now, I don't want to see all that. Some of y'all ladies might want to, okay? Especially if your man is locked up. All right? I'm just letting you know now. I'm not trying to break up families, but I'm letting you know. Go on, put your Freedom of Information Act request in so you go on see what your man is doing or what he was doing while you was holding them down, okay? But stuff like that, we are not able to hide what we think. That's why I keep trying to tell you, if you did not already know how to unplug from the system, it's going to be so hard to do it now because they have so much information. That is why people are coming up with fake identities all the time, because that's the only chance you have of being a fake person that nobody knows about. Okay? Not saying I encourage it. Mo, you know I don't want people thinking I'm being unethical, but that's how it works. So unfortunately, Miss Jenna, there is nothing you can do to hide your eviction. The only thing you're going to be able to do, I'll give you a couple options. You can settle and pay the eviction, which I know you said you can't. You can file a bankruptcy, Miss Jenna, which wipes out the eviction altogether. That's one way, but you will not be able to get a place for at least 12 months because they don't want to rent to anyone who's fresh out of eviction unless you have a private homeowner. The third thing you can do, which is what a lot of people do, they get a CPN and they go in and get them an apartment that way. That is why there is so much fraud with these fake numbers, because people should not be held to the standard of where you're not able to even have a place to live because you didn't do right on your one apartment. Now, they are trying, and it's a couple of congressmen are trying to get the government to become more lenient, okay, and give individuals twice to have an eviction before you are going through what Ms. Jenna's going through right now, okay? Your last option, if you don't want to do the CPN, I'm going to give y'all the name here, but most people contact me for it. I'm going to type it in here over here on my YouTube, okay? Anybody over on a TikTok want to type it in for somebody. It's called Complex, like apartment complex. Complex Approvals with an S. Complex Approvals with an S.com, okay? Anyone who hits me up for a consultation, they always get this as a text message. Now, this is not my site. I do not endorse anyone. I'm not getting paid. But when y'all call me and say something works, it's up to me to come back and regurgitate that information and tell somebody so it can spread to the next person. Complex Approvals. What they do, in case you want to know, they basically create a CPN so you don't have to. They basically apply for an apartment for you so you don't have to. And they basically do all the work so you don't have to do it. All you got to do is pay the money and go and get your key. Now, I've heard mixed signals. I mean, not mixed signals. I've heard mixed messages. Some of the apartments are maybe not be in the area that you like. So you need to go to their website and see, because it is going to be based off of where you live, okay? Somebody hit me up in Charlotte. She said, no, ma'am, I can't live in any of them. I understood, okay? Everybody's income level is different, and what we can deal with is different. But Complex Approvals, if you can't, Miss Jenna, try it. If not, you might have to go with option number 3, okay? Imperial 1 says, any advice on child support arrears? Unfortunately, on child support arrears, there is nothing you can do to get rid of child support. Now, let me tell y'all, because this is an actual true thing, okay? Because y'all know I'll be doing paralegal work, okay? I had a lady, she actually just wrote a letter releasing the man from child support, and it went to court, and that was it. Now, I know that's in a perfect world, and I wish that y'all baby mamas would do that, but more than likely, that's probably not going to happen. Other than that, child support ain't going anywhere because it's a federal debt. And if you have child support arrears, Imperial One, you are one of those individuals that I need for you to call Treasury before you get your taxes, because you need to see if you're even going to get a tax refund. Why? Because more than likely, they're going to take it. Okay. Now, I can tell you some of the ghetto ways people get rid of child support arrears. Some of them go to jail. Some of them let them take their driver's license. Some of them let them take their whole manhood because they're not going to pay for a child. Now, I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm just saying I know that's what people do. There isn't much you can say for child support arrears other than get on a payment plan or go back to court and reduce your payments. The only unfortunate part about child support is even if you are currently making your payments as it pertains to your credit, it will not help it at all. Because as long as you are in arrears, it's going to show late every single month. So unfortunately, it's like climbing a mountain that you're going to keep sliding down from. I hate to say it, but that's one of those things that also needs to be addressed in our government, okay? Because people can never get ahead. Just like with medical bills, same thing with child support. We need to find another way to punish these people for not paying versus messing up their credit to where they can't get anything. Because it's like, well, no wonder they don't want to take care of their damn kids. Y'all making them mad. The government is breaking up families. Doggone it, I said it. All right, let me see what else you're saying. We got 5 minutes. Short stuff says, will kids' credits go back up for taxes? I am pregnant. No, ma'am. Kids' credit is going all the way back to 2019 amounts. We are going back to pre-COVID limits. There will be no advanced child tax credit, even though they were trying to do it. They do not have enough time to get that in now. And it's already been set in stone from last year. The IRS is going back to 2019 limits. So your tax checks will be much like they were last year if you have kids that are already born. If you are having a newborn, you're going to get some more money. Not $3,500 a child, okay? You'll get some more money. But that's about it. So don't be letting these people lie to y'all talking about y'all can get $15,000 for a family of 3 because they lying. Because the IRS ain't paying you for no more than 3 kids anyway, okay? So don't let them lie. All right. User, what you want to know about student loans? Let me see if I missed anything. Okay. It was one more thing I want. So we talked about the Taylor Swift thing. So y'all know that the IRS is definitely going to be looking at everything y'all making money for. We talked about the school loan fraud. We talked about the Biden medical debt plan. Oh, I know what I want to talk about, and I'm gonna let y'all go. I promise. Okay. Because I did make a TikTok video on this. And the reason I made a TikTok video on this is because it really hurt me. Y'all know I hate to see people get put out of their homes, man. Especially when you're talking about older women. That just makes me so upset. But here goes for these people that are going out here and y'all taking these programs, these government programs to get these homes. Y'all know I'm not against it. Get it how you live. Take their money. But what y'all need to do is read the fine print, okay? And stop letting these people play on your emotions. Now, individuals get these Habitat homes. Y'all know Habitat. You got to go out there and you got to help dig the ground and build this and do. We got to give them 70 to 100 hours or however much you got to do, right? Cool. They give you a nice Habitat house. That's fine too. But what I don't like about Habitat is when y'all are getting these mortgages for Habitat, they don't tell you that you're inheriting too. There is something called a silent mortgage. And a lot of y'all may not know that you have one. Okay. And the reason that you don't know that you have a silent mortgage is because they don't tell you that you're paying for it, because you don't. You don't have to pay for it while you're in the good. So as long as you're current on all your bills, you don't owe. But as soon as you fall behind, you now owe it. Example, the 3 women were getting sued right here in Florida. And I was looking at the lawsuit and I said, well, damn, why are they getting sued for 2 mortgages if it's a Habitat house? So I had to go do my research. Come to find out, that is what Habitat is known for. Silent mortgages, charging individuals when you can't pay your mortgage. Not only do you owe the outstanding balance that you did on the house, you now owe this other outstanding loan that you didn't even know that you had. This loan, that's technically a secondary mortgage on your house, it is taken out. It's like a pre-equity. It's like they're pulling the equity out of your house before you even earn it, so that you don't build a lot of equity in your house and cash out and sell. So the government is finding a way to protect its investment. If they're going to give you a house, not only do you got to put sweat equity and work for it, You now got to get a second mortgage that you don't know a damn thing about. And third, when you fall behind and are getting foreclosed upon, not only, you're getting foreclosed upon, you're thinking, man, I only got to pay these 3 months of back rent. No, you don't. 3 months of back rent plus the second mortgage becomes due. And y'all probably didn't even know about it. And probably y'all didn't even know if you get a Habitat house, you are making a mortgage payment every 2 weeks. I don't want to make a mortgage payment every 2 weeks, okay? So this goes back to what we said about this fine print. Now, this doesn't just work with Habitat. If you are getting these programs, now y'all know I'm pushing first-time homebuyer programs on everybody. Take their money, take their money, take their money. We want to take their money, but in taking their money, you need to realize that they put stipulations on what you can do. That means if you take these money for these programs, you don't need to sell your house for 3 to 5 years, because some of you will have that secondary mortgage or that silent mortgage that you don't know about. If I gave you $5,000 to put towards your down payment, you got to stay in that house at least 5 years so that I know you ain't ran off with my money. But if you default in between those 5 years, you now got to pay the back mortgage plus my 5. Okay. And if you can't pay me, I'm at least going to put it on your credit and wreck your credit. Now, I don't like it's slick, isn't it, Wide Eye? It's very slick. This is the fine print that I'm trying to tell you they don't tell you about. So I don't care if y'all go out there and rush and take this money. Take that bond money. Take that grant money. Take that first-time home buyer money. Just make sure y'all ask, what's the catch? Is there a secondary mortgage on here? Is there a silent mortgage? And the reason they do it, again, because they don't want you to sell. That is how they keep you in those neighborhoods. That's why people who have a Habitat house, you don't never see a person in a Habitat house sell a house to somebody else. I have never seen someone sell a house to another person. They sold it back to the government. They ain't never sold it to somebody else. You know why? Because the government already done took that money out. So by the time you go to sell, you ain't walking away with nothing but probably $100 in equity that your house is appraised, because the government took the rest. So please make sure you read the fine print. Now, before I let y'all go, because y'all know I can't just drop a bomb and not tell y'all how to detonate it now, okay? Now, any event that happens to you, just like those ladies, I wish I could talk to them, but any event this happens and the second mortgage becomes due and you can't pay the first or the second, then you, my friend, need to be looking at bankruptcy. And I'm going to tell you why, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Because bankruptcy has a thing called, it's like an order of priority. Okay, the secondary mortgage is a subordinate mortgage, meaning it's the bottom bitch. Okay, meaning that when you file for bankruptcy, especially if you file a Chapter 7, that secondary mortgage gets wiped out. You don't owe them anymore. Why? Because you went to your uncle, my uncle too, Sam. Y'all know him. You went to him and said, I'm broke. And guess what happens? He said, I'm going to wipe out that second mortgage. I'm going to wipe that second mortgage out for you. Just focus on the first. So any event, anybody, y'all know anyone that's about to lose their home, do not let these people take your hard-earned investment. Look into filing bankruptcy. No, you don't got to give your house up. Get out of debt. And this is how you boom, right back in their faces, okay? They tried to be slick with y'all. Y'all be slick back with them, okay? So let me see what y'all saying, and then I'm going to let you go, okay? Yes, Miss Jenny, contact me about CPN. You seen the video. I will let you know. I can help you if I can. Let me see. Letitia says, I was told if I have an LLC and not using it, I can get a $500 a month penalty. What is that all about? That is not true. And what state are you talking about? Let me make sure what state, because in Florida, if you don't use your LLC, it just expires. That is it. They should not charge you a monthly penalty for that at all. Thank you, Miss Starlight. Miss Starlight says you are so informative. Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. Charlene, ain't that crazy? I'm telling you, they be sliding these mortgages in on us, and we don't even know it. That's why I'm telling y'all, don't rush out and buy these houses, because what is trading better on the stock market than stocks? Mortgages, okay? Mortgages is big money on the stock market, and they would love to take your house, whether you can pay for it or not, and put it on the stock market and leverage it to get more money from a bank so they can go build more apartments and more things that we cannot afford, okay? And at the same time, they're going to take you and put you out your house and put you in them apartments that you helped them get because you took a mortgage out. Okay, so just pay attention to those things. Okay, Letitia says, thank you for all the info, Queen. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so Letitia, send me a message on shamikasaves.com. I will look into that, but I've never heard any state charge you a monthly penalty, especially not no $500 a month. If so, nobody would open up an LLC in North Carolina. I do not believe that, but we definitely can talk about that. Okay. Self-Matching says, have you ever heard of a block grant? Yes, I have. Every state has a block grant. It is called the CDBG. I forgot what the CD stand for. Community Development Block Grant. Everybody has one. The only individuals that can get it, you have to be a nonprofit or the government. Okay, your local government. Borrow it from the so for example, in Florida, people would borrow that, get that grant money from Tallahassee, and Tallahassee would disperse it to whoever they need to, and that is part of the money that beautifies the hood. The community block grant does those types of things. So if the money is out there and you know a nonprofit or you have one, apply. Okay. Self-Mastery says, benefit of a bankruptcy. Well, the main benefit is it can get you out of that secondary silent mortgage that you didn't know about. I do have a video on bankruptcy. I don't want to keep everybody here, but I talk about it. But y'all, I talk about bankruptcy all the time. It is a nice get out of jail free card, and it's a way to use your Uncle Sam. He's my uncle too. Y'all know I say that all the time when we talk about him. This is a way to use him to stop your creditors from suing you. Because yes, people are being sued for the littlest things right now, because who's paying their bills? Nobody. Okay. I just saw a thing today, and I'm gonna let y'all go. I swear. It said that 67% of individuals who make between $50,000 and $100,000 are living check to check. Are y'all surprised? I'm not. I got two friends that make well over $100,000. They live check to check. I ain't saying nothing. I don't judge, because it's hard. Okay. So if we don't learn better financial habits, that's how everybody's going to be. So if somebody's living check to check they making 50 and 100 grand, what you think a family of four doing on 30 grand? Man, it's hard out there. So that's why y'all got to go to my YouTube, because I'm going to do a video on some side hustles that y'all gonna like. Okay. So I can show y'all where to go and look, so we can put some money in your pocket. Okay. It says, will I lose my rental? No, you do not lose your rental. No, that's such a big misconception. Hey, Johnny. Demetrius says, in Florida, when your LLC expires, can you pay to get it back active? Yes, you can, $435, or you got to pay per year if it's been closed down. How do you beat the silent mortgage? Bankruptcy. All right. Okay, so it is 8:07. Again, y'all can go to Shamika Saves if y'all want to ask me any questions, you want to book a consultation. Also, if y'all are interested in starting your tax business, y'all know taxes are getting ready to start. Okay, y'all can go right there to Shamika Saves. Okay, it's a link on there on taxes. So if y'all want to start your own tax business, you can sign up and let your girl teach you a little something. Y'all see me do this year after year. Y'all gonna come to me with tax questions anyway. Why not let me teach you how to do them, so you can put some money in your pocket? Okay. All right. I'm going to talk to you. What Cuban? I don't know what Cuban that is. And let me see. All right, Miss Jenna, let me see what you're saying. Your last comment. It says, what about government grants, IRS? There ain't no government grants right now. October 1st, that's when the money rolls in. So y'all got 5 days to sit around and wait. And on the 5th day, y'all know when God said, let there be light. Did he say that on the 5th day? I don't know. But on the 5th day, y'all need to call 211 so y'all can see if there's some money. Let there be some money in y'all accounts, y'all government, local community accounts, okay, at 211 or on the 1st. That's when the fiscal year starts over. All right. So anyway, thank y'all again for being here. I will talk to y'all next Monday. And in the meantime, go to my website. I'll go to my YouTube page and stay up to date. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Miss Pam. I appreciate that. She said it was awesome. Thank you. And Mo, take care. And everybody else on TikTok land, y'all follow if you haven't. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. See y'all.